bless America.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
So gonna cheating.
It's a dream. You should get that.
Holy shit.
Let's go! Hello and welcome to Nickel City X-Wing. My name is Greg and we have got a banger for you tonight. Couple bangers actually. First up is a Andrew versus Andrew off. Maybe I should put the right overlay on there. There we go. Boom. Andrew v. Andrew. Betting is now open. Nickels have been reset, so if you don't have any right now, just say something in chat real fast. Get your boost up. A couple minutes, those nickels will be delivered, and you can start making your way towards nickel leader for the month. And I am joined tonight on commentary by a man who's supposed to be on a podcast, but they stood him up. I'm not afraid to say it. They stood him up. It's captain of Team Havoc, Chris B. What's up?
Not much. Good to be here. Good to have a nice old Tuesday night of first stream of the year, eh?
Yeah, first stream of the year.
Oh man.
You know.
Cannot wait. And we've got an excellent match tonight. It's an Andrew v. Andrew.
Gotta love an Andrew v. Andrew.
Mm-hmm. I'm making my bet. Hopefully I have some nickels now. There we go.
Yeah, it's not you don't get a lot of nickels at the beginning, but it's the build up. It's the way.
This is the way. Alrighty.
Looks like they are setting dials. We should get the roll for first player here. Yeah, there's the dice. They are playing a scramble the transmission. Oh, 3 crits. Beat that. So
I mean,
I
think
Natty's overlaid the instead of saying who won, they were just like Natty's.
Addies. Listen, I think if you roll 3 crits on the road roll, you just win the game, right? I'm pretty sure I could find that in the rules.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Man.
Now, I'm not telling them which Andrew is which Andrew, but if you know the Andrews, you probably know it already.
We have Empire versus Republic. So we know that what is First Order but Empire with shields, but what is Republic in relation to the Empire? Because they are quite close.
Ah, yes. The Republic is the Empire, but good.
Ooh, that is. I'm gonna have to disagree.
I mean, the Empire's pretty solid right now, I think.
Oh, the Empire is absolutely amazing right now. They've got some brand new ships that came out in Hot Shots and Aces and the Battle of Yavin Pack. And I mean, Republic also got a lot of boosts from there. They had Siege of Coruscant and Hot Shots and Aces. I think we have ships on both sides. Well, we have Battle of Yavin ships for the Empire and some Hot Shots and Aces and Siege of Coruscant ships for the Republic. Should be a fun match.
There is Faroff going straight, taking that evade, even though you get the free evade most times. Is evade the right answer with Faroff?
If you have a force, then yeah, because like with the evade plus your ability, you're guaranteed those 2 evades at range 3.
It is Faroff isn't add an evade. It's
change an evade.
Change 1. Yeah, change 1.
Yes. So yeah, at range 3, you get those 2 dice, 2 green dice with Faroff's ability plus the evade. You can quite confidently know that you'll be putting up 2 evades.
And we see Moff Gideon taking the cloak action with cloaking device. Fair off
Yep.
ability is if the attacker has no green tokens, you can change one of your green dice to an evade. It's kind of the opposite of the other guy in the Reaper, whose name I can't remember.
Vermeil,
Yeah, Vermeil.
Faroff is quite a popular ship in Empire right now. 4 points, just the cost of two small TIE fighters. Very easy to slip into most lists. Provides a force crew platform, takes up a lot of space, and is also really fast with those ailerons. Now, with it being a May, they can choose to be slow and kind of one straight to victory, or if they want to get in there, they can do their boost and then do like a three straight or a three bank and dive right in there, getting that jam action or getting that objective action before their opponent gets to move. So
Yeah,
very
they're
versatile frame right there.
4 points is a really good value for a Reaper, especially if it can be a palp carrier.
Yep. Unfortunately, Faroff does not have enough loadout for Palpatine. Vizier, the other 4 pointer, does, and that is very good in a lot of Empire lists. But we see Faroff with Seventh Sister able to spend a force to turn any stress at range 0 to 1 into a
Jammer
jam
tractor.
tractor. Yep.
That probably isn't going to come too much into play. Maybe with the V Wing. I guess Sicko does have a lot of things that could end up. Like sickening maneuvers applied right now, but I think that's just a side slip into that area between click and kickback.
Mhm.
Anakin is probably going to do a claim this turn. Is Vader saying, you know what, I can tank this?
Oh.
This is Defender Vader ability without the restriction in using a force on defense. For 6 points, it's a very good Vader. I think the other Vader's probably still better, but also costs a point extra.
Yeah, like obviously, the 7 pointer is going to be all around better than the 6 pointer. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that, especially in Empire, where 1 point can mean the difference, they can put out some really, really interesting lists, and it's a very competitive faction where there are a lot of good things across the board,
Yeah,
for
well,
many
having
different.
these TIE fighters that now have the extra attack suddenly makes I mean, they're essentially three threes
Yep.
for, 4 points. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and we got Mauler and Backstabber coming up across the top. They don't need Vader because they've got each other. So honestly, they're going to be a pretty strong duo coming across the top. And if Sicko and if maybe Click aren't too careful, they could end up taking a lot of damage from those two TIE fighters.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to blast away, like, Gideon obviously is just a dedicated carrier for objectives. Although, I wonder if we don't see Gideon go offensive this game because Scramble is not like a thing where he needs to be doing something every turn.
Well, I mean, as long as the scenario around Gideon is claimed, then he can go ahead and, try to do whatever. He does have the false transponder codes and targeting computer, so he can get a jam off if he really needs it, and he has a spare action for. But mostly he's going to be sitting around using his pilot ability to, strain a friendly ship at range 1 of a defender, and then that ship cannot modify their dice on defense. So we might see after this turn, Moff Gideon's going to claim that top spot. He might cloak up again and then just try to jam himself in there and then use his pilot ability kind of on himself for his friendly attacks. Because he gets that cloak token, he goes, he rolls in 2 additional defense dice. He can strain himself just fine. Um, and then, he's still not going to be a priority target because he's only worth 3 points, but now he's got 4 agility. And he's also denying defensive mods to all of the Republic right now. So,
Yeah.
Andrew, diving
off.
fair off into the center, and Andrew responding by putting all guns on him.
Oh, Gideon, no. That's going to be an early damage on ye old Gids. I was expecting the one hard there.
I was also expecting the one hard, and that is also going to be a point lost because now there's not going to be a ship. I mean, I'm assuming that Mauler and Backstabber are going to be going pretty fast to try to go jump into the fight, which means that there might not be a ship around to go claim that top objective.
Yeah, get your bets in, because we're getting some major combat this turn. Kickback is going to do that combo that I don't think should be legal. Barrel roll, target lock into the evade.
That does strain kickback though. So one of the strong reasons why kickback is so good is because for a 3-point platform, you can just evade every turn and toss it around with Born for This. But Born for This does not work if you are strained. So if you want to do the entire kickback combo, where you barrel roll into a red lock into a, strain, notes. You barrel roll into the lock into the evade, basically. You get all 3 actions. Then you aren't able to pass your evade token around to others. And yet
we see the claim there from Backstabber. I think that's probably pretty smart. Not getting shot is at a pretty decent angle. Anakin almost certainly is going to have to claim here just to make sure the points don't run away. Let's see what Vader did. Non-committal. And can now probably commit by afterburners. And a lock.
Looks like we might see some split fire here from Andrew. And we're going to also see some concentrated fire here from Andrew.
Ooh, not bullseye. Unfortunate. Need classic 2 dice. Put it in the box. Cowards.
In the box.
Not a great roll. Probably just going to let that lie. Vader now. Just almost guaranteed 3 hits just every time. But Anakin, no slouch.
Passing ships in the night.
All right, here's kickback. This is going to be a diamond boron missile. And you can spend your target lock here.
May look to sicko for that fire convergence reroll. Save the lock for another turn.
Absolutely could. That's why 6-point Vader is by far the best Vader. I don't know if it's the best Vader, but it's definitely good because it makes your averages think. And no fair off ability here. So that is going to be hit
Disabled,
crits.
Disabled power regulator.
That's the ion one, so in 2 turns.
Yep.
He's going to have to plan to be ionized. I'm a little surprised he didn't spend the extra charge. Not gonna lie.
I think he might be waiting for the TIE fighters, so that way he can bounce those 2 off him.
Oh, I don't know if I want to shoot the strained. Because that just enables the passing.
Yeah. Well, if you can force him to spend the evade on himself.
You know, you're gonna have to now, because that's gonna be 2 into kickback. Kickback spends the evade. Get that strain off. It's gonna be range 3 obstructed. No predator. Predator was the reroll we saw, and that's evaded. I think, Noah, there is an argument that the 6-point Vader. Oh, there's I imagine this is going to be 2 dice into fair off. Yeah, you spend 1 to get the crit in, right? Yeah, absolutely.
And with fair off ability, rolls the evade anyway.
That is a stunned pilot. I think making your average roll 3 hits is like very, very good. Like, I'm not arguing that that's not good. I just think the ability to have multiple 1 crit and the evade. Beauty. Fair off now. Gonna go into kickback.
Keep shooting kickback. Yeah, kickback's got that hull upgrade, so not gonna be able to kill him this turn unless you get a crit chain in there. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho,
Born
ho,
for
ho.
this? Can you born for this on Sicko? No. Oh, the fuel leak. I think it's a dead kickback.
That is. Oh, this is custom click, not the Siege of Coruscant click. That is nasty, nasty, nasty. We are going to see some barrage rockets here from Sicko.
This is
most likely
also
to fair off.
in bullseye, so you do get to re-roll. Do you take the chance? I think you take the chance on fire convergence and re-roll.
Yeah, if you got... Oh, no. Not going to worry about it. Fair off's going to go ahead, get that evade anyway. That's going to bring fair off down to 2.
Yeah, I mean, seeding kickback, it's only 3 points.
It's only 3 points. You get most of fair off, who's 4 points. But yeah, that was a lot of value lost there for kickback. Because yeah, like you said, you could have gone for the diamond boron, extra damage. Just hey, roll a die. If you get the hit, it's nice. But now we've got Faroff, who's probably gonna book it just because Anakin probably just does like a 1 bank or something and just goes to catch Faroff this turn.
Yeah, I think Anakin probably 1 hearts. Maybe he does that second chopper evade.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Vader kind of fakes out, does the 1 bank, sets up a K-turn next turn, or a Talon roll next turn, and gets that 3rd thing, because 2 points here to 1. So our score is 5-1 after round 2, headed into round 3. 1 ship already off the board. J-Dubs says, born for this doesn't require the recipient to be born for this. The born for this ship must be the giver, which is why we didn't see Stub and or Sicko being able to give that focus over and save kickback.
Yep. And that's a huge bonus to Andrew for taking out the 1 ship that has born for this. Because it's not just a clone thing. Like, you can use Born for this and give evades and focuses over to Jedi that might need them because they're spending all their force on offense and repositioning.
Yeah, like Crispy said, this is a custom click, not the Siege of Coruscant click. Now, Backstabber's in a weird spot. He's not in a bankable, like, you ideally want to, like, 2 bank in this situation. But you might be stuck with the 1 hard. Noah, I do think there's an argument for 6-point Vader being best Vader. I just think the multiple actions is probably better. Plus fire control system raises your average to not quite as good as X1 levels, but pretty good.
Looks like we have first player for the Empire.
And
Sicko rolling up.
maneuver is applied. Captain Faroff is 1 banking. I didn't see if that was an aileron.
No, that's just the one bang. No aileron. No aileron indeed.
I mean, I think
So
Defender Vader is probably the best Vader, but if we're talking like price to performance, then the
yeah.
arguments come up, right? Like, ooh, a jam. Jamming the focus away from Sicko, so that to me tells me that this is Sicko's time to be attacked. Stub
Yep.
didn't even, so we'll get the extra die on defense, but I think Stub's in a little bit of trouble. Gideon is gonna recloak. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I think I want the extra guns here. Click. Let's get a bank focus. See if you can't get in the way. Oh, what a move.
Ooh.
What a move.
Oh, just splitting that rock perfectly.
Beautiful. That is just beautiful piloting there from Andrew. Not going to tell you which one. And here comes Vader, and I think this is this Sicko's time to?
This might be.
Oh, and Anakin bumps. No.
The one bank did not go far enough.
You gotta take the red here, right?
You got full force. I mean,
Yeah, but do you really want to use it? Especially with an ionized fair off coming up, and you know Anakin's gonna have to start doing some heavy work here because Vader's about to go into Sicko. Oh no, the bad roll, but Vader does have the target lock. And is not gonna spend it?
no, so he wants to spend a force first. Ooh, but he's unable. So yeah, he spent a force to get a hit, so that way he could get one die to a crit. But then that meant that he was unable to do that again because that was the only time that he could do it. So once he locked and re-rolled, if he got any other blanks,
right,
then he wouldn't be able to
wouldn't
do
be
it.
able to get it a crit.
So
I think
that was a very greedy play, trying to get the hit crit, so that way you could get a crit underneath his shields rather than going for just a consistent 3 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely would have re-rolled everything as well. I think the odds of, Sicko rolling a die plus, the odds that you just also roll a crit with the re-roll.
All right, here are the big shots here. You can deny one of these range ones. 4 dice. Looks like that's not the one they're gonna. Oh. Oh,
dodge.
Sicko.
Yep.
That was sick. Oh.
Yep,
And
Click's
the
gonna
second
dodge.
one. Three hits.
He's
Predator?
it looks like he did.
I thought he had natties there.
He could have no, he had an eyeball. He didn't spend a
okay.
focus.
Okay. I'm not mad at you. One hit into Gideon, who finds an evade barely, but finds the evade. This is 4 dice from Faroff.
Banger.
Already used the force there. That is 3 more into Sicko. And Sicko now gonna get a banger. Or I'm sorry, Stub. Stub gonna get 2 dice. Man. Can't buy it.
Sicko potentially could kill Faroff here with a good roll. That's
That ain't
not
gonna
gonna
do
be
it,
it.
though.
Faroff's gonna get that auto evade, but Faroff is now ionized. Sets up a clean kill for Anakin.
So officially 6-3 after that turn, but Sicko close to death, likely side slipping with enough room to give those TIE fighters some bangers. Nick, thank you so much for the resub, buddy. Dread Champ says, I keep hearing about the best Vader. I think we all know the best Vader is a dead Vader. Big if true. So if you're Faroff, where are you going? Well, they're already ready. Oh, he had to roll. He had to decloak. He rolled at the end of the phase for the decloak, and it actually came up decloak. So he had to do it. Nowhere for him to fail. The Rebels are cowards. They aren't even playing. That's true. I mean, when you're right, you're right.
I also might see a proton bomb drop from Click. And then, Sicko just scoots out of the way, and then that proton bomb potentially catches Faroff and maybe some ties.
Oni Yeager, thank you so much for the resub with Prime. 11 months. We're almost at a year, baby. Hope you guys will keep your eyes peeled to the Discord. Nick and I are going to have an announcement pretty soon about an upcoming tournament before Season 3 gets started. Ooh. And then, later tonight, Havoc with the 2-0 lead goes to close it out as Jammin tries to rebound from Fox to take a 1-2 series and bring this back. Maybe we get a decisive Game 5. That would be fun. Thursday, we got the last two matches. Nick played one. Hex had one yesterday. Havoc won both of those, so Fox has got the long road back. I like how everyone on Empire is doing so well, and then there's Gideon, who self-bumped and had to force decloak and has just been having a bad time. Yeah, but the thing is, when the rest of your list is so strong, maybe you don't need Gideon to be all that great. It's not announcing who's first player at all. Proton Bomb! Love a good proton bomb. I love bombs, Crispy. I think they're underutilized. Oh, what a move. Some might say that move was sick. Also, it blocks Anakin from anything I can see Anakin doing besides a straight.
Yeah, you fit the straight.
Yeah, you can do the straight, but like, why are you trying not to kill Faroff?
I think you're hoping Sicko does, or the bomb.
I don't think Sicko's going to get a shot with Faroff.
Yeah, it depends on where Faroff runs. No, Faroff is just sitting about.
Hanging around downtown by himself. Ooh, Gideon. Now, Gideon probably wanted to get away, but Gideon's going to barrel roll and get a nice banger, I think. Why take two shots when you can take one?
Exactly. Roll, Gideon, roll.
Whew. Man, there's some good flying with these TIE fighters here.
So clean. Yeah.
Anakin probably has to stay there. Can you barrel roll? Are you willing to take the shield on Anakin?
Nah, I don't think you trade a shield on Anakin for this.
To get the range 1 and 2.
Oh.
It doesn't go.
I was thinking maybe the boost straight and then roll, but nah, just gonna sit there with a focus.
That didn't bump.
Oh, that
That
does
didn't
not
bump.
bump. Oh, that is a range one hammer into Anakin or
Here's the
Stub.
bad thing, though. It's probably going to hit. Oh, this bomb is actually huge. Vader's just going to be like, yo, to the low. You got to go all in on Anakin here, right? You got 2 shots at least. Or do you go all in on Stub and say, you know what? I got 3 shots on Stub.
Oh, oh, he's gonna
Vader.
go for the claim.
Okay.
Spicy, lockless Vader.
That is.
Wait.
You have to boost and
Hold
then
on.
claim. That's a weird order to do things.
Yes, but he just boosted into the CLT.
Yeah,
He
I
he
didn't say
just
it was
boosted into
good.
the CLT,
Vader takes a shield.
and that's a structural damage on Feroff. Oh, that is massive.
That's the first mistake I think I've seen Andrew really make. And that's going to be the
Oh,
full potato. Vader will have to spend a force and take 2. That's going to be shields on Vader.
and Hank will bring his force back up, but yikes, that could have been avoided.
Vader now gonna check bullseye for some reason.
Marksmanship, but you know that's what you do later.
3 dice into Stub. Hit crit. Stub will spend, take the 2 shields. Stub does have a shield upgrade, so 1 shield remains. Or did Stub lose that? No, Stub lost that to the bomb, so Stub is out of shields.
Yep.
And here we go. 3 dice into Stub. 2 crits. Stub takes a crit. It's a direct. Stub is dead.
Empire deleting ships, Republic only wounding them.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty what my specialty is. Hit crit into Vader. Could do something, but won't. Vader takes 2 shields, or 2 force. I think that might actually be okay, though. Can you barrage rocket range 1? I don't think you can.
I mean, you take the range 1 into Feroff, right? Just kill Feroff? Just kill Feroff right now? Don't let him run away?
Yeah, I think you gotta kill Feroff, get the points. You still got Anakin behind Vader right now. And
Yeah.
Vader, I believe, is out of Afterburners.
No, goes for Vader.
All right. I mean, I don't hate it. You're gonna get
Gets
2.
2!
So Vader on 1.
That's 11 points now for the Empire.
And Vader should be out of Afterburners, right?
No, should have 1 left. I don't think he's boosted yet.
Didn't Vader use Afterburners first turn?
No, I thought he just did the 3 straight.
Has Vader boosted once or twice? Chat. Hate so good.
Yep, Vader's at full force now. Anakin, that man, if Anakin kills Vader, and then someone's able to chase down Farroff, that would be a huge, huge swing.
Noah says once, so I will go with that. One charge left on the afterburner. That could be clutch. It is 11-4 as we enter turn 5. This game is probably closer than that, with Farroff and Vader on the brink of death. But you actually have to get those kills, and you're losing ships. Where do you think Farroff is going?
Farroff completed their ionized mover, right?
Yeah.
So unable to boost here. Probably just going to be like a 2 bank over the top of those ties. Try to get some space in between, the next Republic ship that could come after them. But the ties here are probably just going to like 2 bank. Into
Yeah.
Sicko and Anakin and try to get some good shots.
What I think I'm doing with uh, the V Wing is a 2 bank left, and then boost target lock into Farroff to try and get that kill with Besh.
The Click is moving first here. I would almost go for a 3 straight boost lock and try to potentially block. Because if you get in close enough, you might get past the TIE fighters or bump into them. And then you just drop your proton bomb again the next turn, and that forces them to scatter.
Does that get you far enough, though? Because my worry would be the TIE fighters too forward, and then you're just.
Yeah. If they too forward, then that's pretty bad.
Meanwhile, Anakin has the unenviable job of hunting Vader.
Yeah.
The Sicko 3 hard left fit? I doubt it. Sicko's just going to stop.
Ooh.
But I mean, it really depends on these TIE fighters. He's been flying these TIE fighters really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a great move. It could be the old setup. He's going to apply Sickening Maneuver.
Even though you can't, because Sickening Maneuver requires a basic maneuver. You cannot stop in Sicko.
You can execute red maneuvers even while stressed after you reveal a bank or turn.
Check out the pilot card.
After you execute a basic maneuver, you may assign Sickening Maneuver. Hola, me llamo Gregorio. You are a cheater.
I am. How's that?
You can't assign Sickening Maneuver. It has to be a basic maneuver.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you.
Neat.
All right, there's Farroff with the evade, which I'm very certain is not the right call now. And we saw the proton bomb drop. Gideon's gonna go ahead and eat that. Oh man.
Uh-oh. He choppers, then he uses Anakin's pilot ability to get rid of the stress
Oof.
and grabs a focus. Proton bomb. It's a direct.
Oh, direct. Down goes the Gids. Rough game for Gideon. Anakin.
Doesn't have any fire convergence. Needs paint. Oh, and he's got it.
Gets it.
He's got a
Spend the
focus.
force. Got
Oh,
one
man,
force, one focus.
And he's got backstabber.
Yeah,
and all
Noah,
of them.
you're right, Noah. And that's a dead. And just like that, the tide has turned. The Emperor's overconfidence was their weakness.
We have a third Andrew in chat here. I believe who is right about the Q for Anakin's ability. So since Anakin did not have the bullseye after he executed the maneuver, he only had it after he did his fine-tuned controls. Anakin's ability cannot enter the queue, therefore he can't get rid of the stress. So he should not have been able to perform the focus action.
Wait, what?
Read. Okay, mind if I hop over there and try to explain things?
Yes, go. Well, you know what? We'll both do it.
If you have
We
the
saw
Anakin
it.
lined up right away.
Yeah, we saw.
You got
it. You got the issue. Yeah, so he would have 2 force because he couldn't use his force to clear the ability, so he spends 1 on offense.
Yeah.
So the only difference he has is a stress right now. That's the only difference.
Yep. Gotcha.
Cool. We're there.
Range 1.
Go great. I have no idea what happened. I was just trusting everybody else.
There we go. See? Player accountability at its finest.
Someone took a damage.
That was Sicko took damage. Sicko down to 3 now, I believe.
I have him at 2 if he just took a damage.
There are 5 damage cards out there. From what I can see.
1, 5. Yep. All right. Fuck it.
Looks. Who's this going into? Backstabber has the bullseye on Annie.
I believe this is in the click.
It is.
Yep. Hit crit into Mauler. And it's a fuel leak. Now these TIE fighters are 4 hull TIE fighters. So good for them.
5's giving a focus out to Sicko. Could shoot the barrage rockets in a backstabber with double mods. And I think that's what we're seeing. Yep.
Yep. 2 hits. 2 evades. And at the end, 2 points to 1. So Andrew leads 14-13. Yeah, I think Noah, again, on point, saying that Vader boost into the bullseye seems to be the critical mistake of this game here.
Yep. That put really Vader out of position. Because with Vader tailing Anakin, you got a bit more options. He went in for the dive on Stub, and he was able to get the kill on Stub. But he could have just locked from where he was, kept that 3-die gun, instead of boosting into range 1.
Yep. Jamo, what's up? Again, game 2 tonight is going to be a big one. Jammin versus Sherman. Sherman a chance to close it out for Team Havoc. Jammin a chance to get it back for Team Fox. You have any thoughts on the matchup? What were you made the matchup? So what were your thoughts there?
Yeah. So honestly, this is Charlie has been a great, outstanding player for our team. He's been an absolute, dog of war, one might say.
Sure.
And he's really comfortable going up against some of these tougher matches, and he's come out on top out of several games that, on paper people go like, oh, who's this Charlie guy, and then they look at his opponent and they go, oh, there's no way he's gonna win that, and then he comes out on top. So he's got a lot more talent than people give him. Scum player, got a lot of neat tricks up his sleeve. Could potentially throw off Jammin. I know Jammin's a fantastic player, but we know Resistance pretty well, and we're pretty confident that whatever Jammin is going to throw out at Charlie tonight, Charlie's going to be able to take him.
All right. Spoken like a true team captain. And Lock's coming out for Click. Who has the lock on Click and how? Backstabber? Is there like an ability I'm not aware of? I don't think this game's quite over yet. Anakin will jam Mauler. Doesn't have anything to jam, but jams nonetheless. You could probably just target lock someone, right, with Anakin at that point? Oh no, you know what he did? He claimed that center spot. Big shot here. 3 dice from Mauler. Mauler checking for bullseye. Doesn't have it. So it's 1 hit into Sicko. And Sicko will spend the focus to evade.
Yep. He's got the focus from 5s provided.
And this should get clicked, I think.
Yep. Ooh, does have the bullseye as well. So this is from Backstabber. So Backstabber's got Crack Shot available.
Crack Shot. And doesn't have Predator. So do you spend that focus here and get 1 through? It's not a kill on Sicko.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to be forcing 1. Yep, and there, that's 1.
And now Click's going to get this Bangarooski with Besh available and the rerolls from the lap. But who needs them? Natties. 2 hits going in to Backstabber, who is now alive on 2. 5s gives the focus for Sicko. Sicko. 2 hits. 1 goes through. Backstabber stays alive. 2-1 now on the objectives. Andrew leads 16-14. We're gonna enter turn 7.
This is getting down to the wire. Each player has their win condition, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got, if Sicko dies, that's going to be enough for the Empire to win. But also, if Feroff dies, that's going to be enough for the Republic to win. So which Andrew is going to keep their support ship alive? Their big ol' medium base.
Hickman says, thank you for the resub, by the way. Hello, I'm closing in. I'm working 12 hours today. Fuck. Because people like sending loans to South America, but the loans are in quotes. I don't know what he's implying there. I'm not up to date on my...
Is Hickman money laundering? Is Hickman an accountant for a money laundering scheme?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Noah asked, you just 3 straight and attack Feroff? I think I'm 3 banking Click and putting it into Feroff. Make sure I'm in range 2. Goddamn right. He's implying tax evasion, says the Fly and the Mighty. Interesting. I don't make enough money to like have anyone ever care if I evade my taxes.
But for legally speaking, you do pay your taxes, right?
Never said that.
Greg.
What?
That's not what you're supposed to say.
I don't give a fuck. They can audit me if they want. Fucking, they'll spend more money auditing me than I make in a year.
You just simply become ungovernable, right?
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Like, they're not going to audit me because, like, it's not worth it to pay their lawyers to audit me. Like, that's a net loss for them. Here we go, turn 7. Fire off the 1 straight. Takes the evade. Boost lock. There's the boost. Now, if this is obstructed, that might actually get Feroff the die they need. And there it is. Oh, a sickening maneuver. I don't think this is going to work out all that well. Anakin. Barrel roll. Try to get within range 1 to chopper jam. Does. Jam off the focus. And I assume will boost.
Yeah, there you go.
So, range 1. Into Mauler. We'll do the reroll. Fire convergence. And that is going to be a full string. Mauler is going to take 2. Mauler's on 1. Seems to be a theme for these Imperial ships right now. Mauler. Going to go for the kill on Sicko. This will be 2 dice. His Click is going to click it. For 1, that can't kill Sicko. Sicko was strained. So Sicko down to 1. Now Click, this is unobstructed. So this is a guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
You bash.
There it is.
Hit, crit. Faroff is dead. That is going to be the 20 points to the Republic. Sicko's going to go for a little bit of overkill.
Love a little bit more.
You know,
No,
it
come
deserved.
on.
You go for the overkill like a dick, roll blanks like a dick. $22.15 is your final for Andrew. Well flown by both guys. Pretty back and forth game there.
Yeah, really. I mean, Andrew on the left, or if we're still not going to reveal their names.
We're never gonna tell. We're never
going to
telling.
tell. All right, that's fair. I can do that. So, yeah, the
We're
Empire
not
got
telling until cause now one Andrew has to draw the other Andrew and put it in general, and hopefully they abide by that stipulation. So then we'll find out. Obligatory dice check. Does look like right Andrew had much worse dice than left Andrew. Oh, no, wait, no. Other way around. Left Andrew worse dice than right Andrew.
right Andrew better dice.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be right back. Game 2 tonight is going to be running behind a bit, putting 1-year-old to sleep. People with kids. Just be like, go to bed. You don't need me to go to bed. You sleep on your own, child.
You know what? Kids be kids.
Kids do be kids. You're not wrong when you say that kids do be kids.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And listen, Greg, you know I'm never wrong.
Sure. I don't know where you've ever been wrong before.
Exactly.
Nowhere I've ever seen, for sure. Definitely not.
Never, ever been wrong. And you know
Oh,
what? I'm
no.
never gonna give you up, and I'm never gonna let you down.
You're too young for that. You're too young for that meme. That
What-
meme isn't
what do you
yours.
mean?
That is meme theft.
Meme theft. I call it meme appropriation.
That's what it is. You appropriated a meme, and you don't deserve it.
But I'm appreciating it at the same time.
It doesn't feel like you are.
What would
I'm
it take
more
for me
about-
to appreciate it properly?
I'm more about trickle-down memeonomics.
Trickle down? I like from what I've heard that never works.
Right, well. Then ask your parents why they kept voting for it.
Okay. I will.
I give my dad shit all the time. I'm like, what the fuck were you guys doing voting for Reagan? He's like, I don't know, man. He was on TV. Be like, oh.
Reagan was a guy. He was one of the presidents.
He definitely was a guy. All right. Add a comment. Add Jammin. At Charlie. All right, we'll be right back. It might be a minute while they put their kids to bed. But game 2 coming up. It is a draft league game. Fox v. Havoc. Havoc the chance to put it away. BRB.